Easy free CvC points. Let's go. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? I just want to give you guys a reminder, if you have not seen yesterday's video on this sweet Shogun team, please go check that out. I don't know, YouTube didn't push that out, or maybe people didn't think it was cool enough or whatever, but it is an amazing team. You should go check it out. I put so much work into it. Please go check it out. But anyway, for today, we're talking about clan versus clan, and we're talking about free easy points. Big shout out to my dude Chud. Thank you for the idea this morning. Wonderful, wonderful idea. And we're going to include some other things that you might not know about CvC points. I know for a lot of us, our main concern with CvC is just getting the main clan rewards. And as long as we're locking those in, it doesn't really matter how many points we get. Sometimes some of us go a little bit harder than that, and we enjoy that, But that's not necessarily true for everybody. Sometimes we just want to lock in the easiest points possible, as we're getting whooped over here. But it's still early. So anyway, let's talk about what we're talking about today. When you come in here to your clan versus clan tournament, you should take note of what the 2x points are. In campaign, ice golem, and gear, you have double points for this CvC. And that's true for every CvC. I believe there's 3 things in here that are double points. Now today, you happen to be able to double up with the double points in ice golem, as well as the sweet ice golem tournament. Now, the rewards are not that great for this specialist tournament, but I do like running Ice Golem now more than in the past with the changes to all of the gear sets, okay? And as you can see, I do have some points here, and we're going to talk about this so you can double up, okay? You have to use Demon Spawn, Undead, Dark Elves, or Knights Rev. And if you can't do that, then I don't recommend running Ice Golem. I mean, you definitely can for the 2x points. There's a lot of points to be gotten there, but ideally you want to double up with, your faction-specific team. So let's go take a look at how we're going to do that. Then we'll jump back to the other CvC points. All right, so I'm over here on Hard Ice Golem, and I totally recommend a team with Walking Tomb Drang is really amazing, and he happens to be in the right faction. Now, the rest of my champions for this team are not going to work, but Drang is specifically geared for this already. Highly recommend that. Also, if you're using Drang in Sand Devil, you can use that same build for Hard Ice Golem if you want to try to build one of these teams. Highly recommend farming Sand Devil. That's been the main way that I have been improving my account over the last couple months, is a real dedication to ascending artifacts. But that's a story for another day. For today, let's take a look at my team. Oh, that's close to it, but that's not it. We want to use real speed leads. Duchess is a real speed lead, but Mother Sibel is a little bit better. So I'm committed to doing the best I can do. It's possible that the HP aura from Drang or the accuracy aura from Theodore would be better here, okay? Now, I'm not telling you to go use this team. If you have it, by all means. But what I am telling you is now, with the sort feature, you have the ability to easily locate champions from the factions that we need, okay? You just come into the filter and you select the factions that you want, and then all of a sudden, it's really easy to locate the champions that you want to try out for teams like this, right? Maybe you want to use Eric's or Vizix, or maybe you want to try a Kymar reset team. Maybe you want to go the bombs route. Maybe you want to try an unkillable team with Helicath. Whatever the case might be, now it's just easier to find. So let's jump into a run. I'll talk you through what's going on with this in my head, and then we'll jump back to how can you maximize points in other ways for CvC. So one of the things that you really want to remember with short-term teams like this is they don't need to be 100%. Is it great if they're 100%? Yes. But is it necessary? No. Like, let's say you have a 90% win rate team. It's fine. You can lose a couple energy, with a run that you fail while you're either testing it or running it, because it's going to be a short-term investment, right? Even if you lose a full energy refill and you're free to play, it's still not that big of a deal because the rewards and the benefits that you're getting outweigh that investment. Now, of course, your long-term teams, you want them to be as close to 100% as possible because that's what you're running the majority of the time. But on these short-term teams, it doesn't really matter. Like, I've run teams with a 50% success rate when it was like a desperate situation. And that can be true for you too. It just matters what your risk versus reward is, like how you feel about that type of situation. So on the waves here, Theodore and Calvalax are tag teaming, and they're just taking the waves down. On the boss, it's all Drang all the time after we get the minions defeated. Now, on the note of 100% teams, I don't think this is a 100% team. Before I put Mother Sibel in here, in fact, I was not winning that often. It was like 50%, okay? Mother Sibel in here, she really added the consistency that I was looking for. Between her, Drang, and Duchess, we got it on lock. And then Tio and Calvalax do nothing except kill the minions because the boss is immune to poisons. Another thing to remember is that level 20 is very efficient. So if you can't do hard and you can't do level 25, go back to level 20 because that's the most efficient that you can be with your points. Now, there are some update to the points with the hard ice golem and the hard dungeons, and we're going to talk about that also in a minute. But for now, let's fast forward to the end of the run here because you don't need to watch the whole thing.
I've waited a long time for this moment.
Okay, so as we're finishing the run here, there's a couple things I wanted to mention. Number one, your time is not very important. This is way slower than when I was testing it, but it's whatever, right? It's just a temporary team. Obviously, try to make the best team you can, but don't be too worried about the time. I'm just going to run this. After I'm done streaming today, I'm just going to throw this on auto and let it run and go do the rest of the things I need to do. My wife and I are going to go rewatch some of my Pokemon Go content from our honeymoon. There's a playlist on my channel here if you feel like checking that out from the early days of the channel. It's there. So go take a look at that. That's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. And the second thing I want to mention is the decreased speed from Mother Sibel, I think is one of the main reasons with the consistency on this team. Again, not fast, but I'm going to be getting a lot of points here for stage 10. So let's go talk about those points and all of the other CvC stuff. All right, so over here in CvC, you have all of these, and most of the time, I think we don't pay attention to this. I really don't. But if you come over here under objectives, I think that this is a way better way to break it down, a way better way to understand it, right? You have your campaign objectives. You can get up to 30,000 points, which is really 15,000 points for free if you're doing campaign. You can get another 15,000 for free if you're doing Ice Golem, and then you can get another 15,000 for free if you're leveling up gear. So pay attention to these and maximize your time and effort for clan versus clan. Okay, and then you can expand these to see. You're doing Brutal, you're going to get 40 points per run, right? But if it's Nightmare, then it's going to be 80 points per run. I think I'll still stick to Brutal. But a cool thing to note is that over here, they've added in the hard dungeon points, and you're going to get 400 points per run on stage hard 10 for Ice Golem, and same for Fire Knight and Spider. They're still being stupid with the dragon points. I don't know why, and I don't understand. This is nonsense, Polarium. Stop it. Absolutely stop it. Go change this to match the other dungeons. It's dumb. Okay, but anyway, over here, you can see here that if you're doing stage 20, you're getting the 200 points. Now, obviously, if you're doing 25, you're getting 300, which does make it worthwhile, but that's still very efficient for points and energy on stage 20. So whatever you're doing, just think about it, right? The other thing that I want to mention is about these gear objectives, okay? You get points for using glyphs. You get points for upgrading artifacts and accessories. Look at the difference. If you're upgrading accessories today, you're going to get 1,500 points per level 6 artifact. Or if it's, this is artifact or accessory. Okay, well, that's still awesome. You're going to get 1,500 points. And so I'm definitely going to do some of that today just to maximize on these bonus points that we have available. And then you can take a look at all of the rest of these areas. You know, one thing I want to point out, don't forget to run level 21 instead of 20, if possible, for your faction war teams. And then the last thing I want to point out is under the campaign objectives. No, under the champion objectives, a really good way to get points is ascending champions. You're doing a level 6 ascension of the legendary champion. You are going to get all of this together just for ascending one legendary champion. So that's 4,400 points for just waiting on your ascensions to do them during CvC.
Welcome to Wait Shadow Legends. So in the meantime, just sit there.
I know. Wait, Shadow Legends and all of those things. But to be honest, that just makes CvC fun. You get to do all the things. So see the bright side, not the downside, and maximize your points during CvC so that you can ball out and get all of your clan rewards. You can feel good about yourself rocking those points. And obviously, save your books, save your fusions, all of those things so that you can get the most amount of points possible. I know that some people have a hard time waiting, but trust me, it's so much better if you can just wait and do it all during CvC. So anyway, let me know what you think about all of these things in the comments below. Obviously, hit that like button because you love me and you enjoyed this video and you made it all the way to the end like an awesome person. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Come hang out on stream in a little bit. This video is going to post soon, so probably in like an hour. I don't know. Takeover Tuesdays. Try to hang out on YouTube for Takeover Tuesdays. Live on YouTube. And then Mondays and Fridays, as well as some other days on Twitch. Have a great day. See you later.